Hello students, welcome to my next video, Business Research Proposal. I Dr. Rohan Devale welcome you all. This is online lecture series for the subject Business Research Method. I welcome you all in lecture number 8, Research Proposal. Learning questions for today's lecture. What is research proposal and what is the structure of research proposal? We will start with the concept of research proposal. Research proposal is work plan or outline of the research or research methodology of the research. It describes the procedure to carry out the research. It is a roadmap which directs or guides the researcher. Proposals are evaluated on the cost and potential impact of the proposed research and on the soundness of the proposed plan for carrying it out. Alternately, it is also termed as the statement of intent draft plan or work plan or prospectus. It is intended to convince others about value of the research. Generally, a research proposal should contain all the key elements involved in the research process and include sufficient information for the readers to evaluate the proposed study. The researcher proposals, irrespective of areas and methodologies, must address the following questions. So now we will see and understand the research proposal must address few questions. Those questions are like this. What research question or questions will be addressed? Then, what researcher plan to accomplish? How much time and expenses will be required for conducting a particular research? What prior research has been done on the same topic? How the results of the research will be evaluated? And how the research will be beneficial for the sponsoring organizations and other parties and stakeholders, etc. So, research proposal must address questions. The researcher can convince the audience if the methodology adopted is sound and the research idea is backed with some theories and literature. The quality of your research proposal depends not only on the quality of the proposed project but also on the quality of your proposal writing. A good research project should be coherent, clear, and compelling. So this is about the basic concepts of research proposal. Now we will move towards the next part, that is structure of the research proposal. So we will see various elements in the structure one by one. First element is your research proposal must have title. So title of the research, then executive summary, introduction of the study, research problem statement, research objectives, literature review summary, importance and need of the study, proposed research design, data analysis techniques, expected results, expertise of the researcher, proposed budget, timeline of the study, and references and bibliography. So these are various essential and important elements of structure of the research proposal. Now we will see each and every element in detail. First is title of your business research. Your business research title should be concise and descriptive. It should be simple and clear, and it should contain various variables under study. That means dependent and independent variables. However, if possible, think of an informative but catchy title. An effective title not only piques the reader's interest but also predisposes him or her favorably towards the proposal. So this is about how should be title of the research. Now next part is executive summary. What is executive summary? It is a brief summary of approximately 200 to 350 words. It should be It should include the research questions, the rationale of the study, the hypothesis, then research methodology and main findings. Description of the research method may include design, process, and sample and which instrument is they are going to use. So this is about executive summary. Executive summary is a brief summary, approximately 200 to 250 to 350 words. Then next part is introduction of the study. Introduction of the study involves the reader about necessary background and context of the research study and current scenario of the study. So that means if your research is on telecom sector, then your introduction must contain the recent happenings in telecom sector, who are the latest players, and what is happening in the current scenario of the sector. So this is about introduction of the study. Next is research problem statement. I have made a separate video on how to formulate research problem, but here we are just going to have a brief look on research problem statement. State the research problem, which is often referred as the purpose of the study, with a focus on a specific research problem to be followed by the rationale or justification of the proposed study. It provides the context and set the stage for your research question in such a way that it's to show some necessary and importance of the study. Present the rationale of your proposed study and clearly indicates why it is worth of doing. Brief description and describe the major issues and sub-problems to be addressed in your research. So this is about research problem statement. Now we will move towards research objective. The main purpose of the research objective is to solve management questions. In causal research, it is hypothesis, where in descriptive research there will be research questions. So identify the key dependent and independent variables from your experiment or study. Alternately, specify the phenomenon you want to study. Then state your hypothesis of your study or theory, if any. Then set the delimitations or boundaries of your proposed research in order to provide a clear focus. So key dependent and independent variables, specify the phenomenon or hypothesis statements, and delimitations or boundaries of the research. So this is about research objectives. Now next important part is literature review summary. A literature review is a search and evaluation of available literature in your given subject or chosen topic area. It serves several important functions. Ensure that you are not reinventing the wheel. That means doing the same things again and again, which are already done by other researchers. So your research should be different. You should identify research gaps, and you are going to fulfill the research gaps. Then give credits to those who have laid the background or groundwork for your research. Then demonstrate your understanding and theoretical and research issues related to your research questions. Show your ability to critically evaluate relevant literature informations. Indicate your ability to integrate and synthesize the existing literature, provides new theoretical insights, and develop a new model as a conceptual framework for your research. Ensure that there will be significant and substantial contribution to the literature. So this is about literature review summary. So you have to do some literature review based on some previous work, and you can summarize your literature review. Next is importance of the study. This covers the significance, needs, and benefits of the study. This will give brief about why there is need to conduct a research on a selected topic. This will illustrate various advantages as outcome of your study. This is about importance of the study. Next part is proposed research design. It is a framework for conducting the research. Type of design, research methods, sample design, sources and type of data to be collected, data processing and analysis, and data measurement. Researcher needs to demonstrate his or her knowledge of alternative methods and make the case that his or her approach is most appropriate and most valid way to address the research questions. So this is about the proposed research design. I will make a separate video and a series of videos for research design. For quantitative type of studies, the method selection typically consists of following sections. Number one, design. It is a questionnaire study, or is it a questionnaire study or a lab experiment? What kind of design do a researcher will choose? So this is about design. Then next is subject or participants who will take part in your study or research. What kind of sampling process the researcher will conduct. So you have to give answers to these questions. And next is instrument. What kind of measuring instrument or questionnaire you are going to use, why you have chosen that instrument, and whether that instrument is reliable and valid. So you have to do reliability and validity test on your instrument. So this is about proposed research design. The next part is data analysis and data techniques. Collected data will be analyzed by using various appropriate statistical tools. Using statistical softwares, you can use MS Excel, SPSS, SAS, Stata, or R software, etc., which will which are the proposed methods, which test can be applied to study the relationship between the various variables under the study that researcher needs to identify, and appropriate research tests and softwares and statistical tools researcher will choose. So this is about data analysis techniques. The next, expected results. Obviously, the researcher does not have the research results at the proposal stage, because this is just a proposal. However, the researcher may have some idea about the deliverables of the research. So, what are the expected results that researcher should write in the proposal? The next is expertise of the researcher. The researcher should share his or her experience and summary of the profile to highlight the expertise him or her. His or her major contribution towards the research is listed here. Then next is budget. Researcher should mention the tentative budget to carry out the research. So if the research is a sponsored research, then what kind of funds will be required to carry out the research, that researcher should mention here. Then next important part is timeline. The researcher should specify the timeline of the research. These are the proposed milestones the researcher is going to achieve in the future time. Example, for data collection, researcher will require 3 months. For review of literature, researcher will require 6 months. For data analysis, researcher will require 2 months, etc. So total duration of this research proposal or entire study will be 2 years or 3 years, and so on. So timeline must be mentioned in the research proposal. The last part here is bibliography. References for the study, such as various books, articles, journals, detailed referred, were specified in the particular format of referencing. It is important to convince your reader about the potential impact of your proposed research. You need to communicate a sense of enthusiasm and confidence without extracting the merits of your proposal. What That is why you also need to mention the limitation and weaknesses of your proposed research, which may justify by the time or financial constraints, as well as by the early development stage of your research area. Now we will see some common mistakes in the proposal writing. Failure to provide the proper context to the frame of the research questions, failure to delimit the boundaries condition for your research, failure to accurately present the theoretical and empirical contribution by the researcher, failure to stay focused on the research questions, then failure to develop a coherent and document for the proposed research, too much detail on minor issues but not enough detail on the major issues, too much rambling, that is going all over the map without a clear sense of direction, too many citation lapses, and incorrect references. A research proposal may be too long, that is some extra things are added, or it is too short, that is insufficient. Failing to follow appropriate referencing style, that is APA or Chicago etc. styles. So these are various common mistakes in proposal writing, and a researcher should avoid these mistakes while proposing or writing a research proposal. So this is about today's lecture. What we have learned in today's lecture, we have understood the concept of research proposal, and we have seen in detail the structure of research proposal. What is in my next video? What's next? In my next video, we will understand ethical issues in business research. Till then, keep thinking, keep learning, and keep watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and turn on the bell icon for further notifications. All the best.